us about Slack. And so I'm just going to turn it over to her at this point.
Okay, is everybody able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, good. The first thing I can do is I figured the best trainer for Slack is Slack itself. So I want to share this very short video with you to give you an overview of how it works.
Hi there. Since you're new to Slack,
there we go.
Allow us to take Hi there. Since you're new to Slack, allow us to take you on a quick tour. Our first stop is channels. A channel is a dedicated space for a topic, project, or team, where you can get up to speed and send messages about ideas, deadlines, and decisions. Anything, really. You can also share files, respond with emoji reactions, or use mentions to get the attention of specific people to make your teamwork work like a dream. Want to talk things out instead? You can record audio or video clips that teammates can play at any time. And you can start a huddle to talk live, or to get a little face-to-face time. Should you ever need any help, it's just a click away. So now that you know your way around, why not dive right in? We'll see you in Slack.
Okay, that was a quick overview of how Slack works. And one of the reasons we set Slack up in the first place was because it was brought to my attention that you wanted a place to be able to corroborate your ideas and discuss things with each other, and have a hands and place to store your files, and so Slack was one of the tools out there that's available to you that would use to accomplish this. Once we put your name here with your email address, you'll be sent an invitation to join Slack. And then once you receive that, you can sign in. And then once you sign in, this is what you will receive. This is what you'll see. This is the Emerging Ideas site. And here you will have all of your channels. So for example, if you're working on a particular project, you can drop a hashtag in here and create a new channel. I just made one here that's called Emerging Ideas 2024 channel. And then you can comment and talk to each other about that project. So for each project that you're working on, you would have a different channel for it, so that all of your conversations and files and everything are under that heading. Everything that everybody says, I didn't say that. Yeah, you did. Here it is over here, and it holds on to it for a period of time. So you always have the history available to you to look back to make sure that to bring forward for yourself anything that you might have forgotten that happened within that project. And so to add coworkers, Cassandra, you have the ability to do this. Is just click there and add their email address, and they will receive the invitation, which will bring them to this channel. So if you're going to create a new channel, you just right click over here, create a channel, and you can call it, oh, here's one, Wild Church. And once you do that, anyone on Emerging Ideas can use it, or you might have something that just a couple of people you want to look at. Everybody can't see it. And then you would click private there, and then you would make the names. That's how you, anything that you have going on that is not open for everybody, you can set it up that way. And then you add Wild Church. So there. So any conversations about Wild Church go under here. And I could talk for another 30 minutes, but that's about how it works. Everything else works just about like any other word program down. You just type down here. If you want to add a file, you can click on it right here and just take the file from your computer and add it to it. You can add pictures. You can do things with the text just like you could anywhere else. And it's pretty simple to use. Please ask me questions about anything that you don't understand, and I'm happy do that for you and answer any of those questions. This, you can also download the app on your phone, which will also work like a text. So anytime somebody sends you a message on here, it'll come on your phone just like a message would with anything else, so that you have closer communications with people, whether or not they check an email. People might check an email, they might not. But this way, it goes directly to them. They get an alert on their phone and they can see what involves them. If I wanted to send a message to Amanda here, I could just put Amanda. And when I do it that way, you put at Amanda, then that message will go directly to her. So that's how you send a message directly to somebody within the Wild Church conversation. So I'm going to go back to Emerging Ideas, just a general site, and that will send things to anybody. But what it allows you to do is have conversations about the issue at hand. That makes sense?
That is awesome. A quick question. Once a project gets completed, say by the end of the year, we're done with our work with the Wild Church Network, and it becomes archived, and we want to remove a direct, like our point of contact is no longer needed to be, on that. Is it easy to delete the name without deleting the information that was already provided?
It will, you mean the information that's in the string?
The individual, like we'll have to add her, what we have to add, her name is Valerie Searles. Wouldn't we have to add Valerie's name to keep her in the communication links for the Wild Church Network that we're working on? But after we're finished, say the first of next year, we won't need necessarily, I can't predict the future, but necessarily she won't need to be in that communication dialogue anymore. We just drop her, but everything else will have remained.
Yes, you just drop the user.
Okay.
You just remove her.
So we would remove where it says add coworkers, there's a spot for deleting a name.
Right. When you go in here, you can see you can add coworkers here, and you as the administrator for it, you can go in and alter who has access to what. And you are one of the administrators, so you'll be able to go in and add and change anybody you like.
Okay, thank you.
Montressa, let me ask a similar question. One of my concerns is, we have committee members kind of coming and going, and after a period of 3 years or 4 years, committees have cycled out, and all of a sudden you got brand new people. So it has to do with file storage, so that the chairs can then pull that information down to see if they're, what the minutes are or what the discussion was around Wild Church. Let's say 7 years from now, and nobody here who's currently here is on Emerging Ideas. So my concern is always having access to ongoing records. And whether you call it, sometimes we used to meet in person. We used to have a handbook that got passed on to the next chair and whatever. Well, technically we don't have a handbook here. We have electronic files. So maybe that's I'm asking 2 or 3 things at the same time. But can we maintain records so that the people follow after us have access to it? That's my major concern with this.
See this? I have gone to this thing here that says files, and then you would go in here and type Wild Church. Every file that's been uploaded about Wild Church will then populate down here.
Okay, very quick, direct answer. And it's there until we remove it. The program doesn't have any expiration date.
No, it right now, and that's a conversation I need to have with you, Warren. We've got it holds on to everything for 90 days. If we hold it beyond that, then we have to pay them. And so I want to talk to you about that offline. But,
Okay, there you,
okay.
all right.
Okay, that's what the the last because I didn't realize that. I don't think Amanda realized that either.
So that's a conversation I need to have with Warren, and because we can set it up for the entire Senate. So any group that we need to add to this, we can.
Well, the answer to that is yes, we can do that. One subscription fee that allows all of our committees to come at this, that's what they call a no-brainer. Yes,
Right.
we'll do that.
Okay, great. So yes, then indefinitely. As long as we're members, it'll be here and we can go back and find it.
I'm really interested in what maybe Lee or Julius or John might think about something like this. In that you all have 1 or 2 years more than I have, and you didn't grow up in technology. We've had to learn technology, and I'm just wondering, is this something that's really challenging, or is this something, I can hang in here and get a handle on? However you want to respond.
Warren, I got my first desktop computer in 1983. And so this is not threatening. And in fact, I think the Committee on Emerging Ideas using an emerging technology is really a good thing.
I think that from where I sit, this is as we continue to bring in young people into the Synod and working in different capacities, they are totally happy here. This is I feel like we're making a way for the next generation and moving toward a platform like this. Oh, also I wanted to show you, if you belong to several different committees, you can whoops. It's not showing it here, but this is where you would do it. You can drop down and other committees that you belong to will also populate here. Then you just click to that one and it'll take you to the other committee that you belong to. So, you can, if we have it set up for the Synod, which we'll work out with Warren, a lot of people have serve in different capacities. And so once you're on, then you can go to other groups like that.
Amen. Because Amanda and I, as co-chairs, are on the executive committee, and all of that information can come through this source. Because would you say this is in place of emails? Because we're actually essentially putting our emails in a direct Slack channel. So that should alleviate the number of emails that we have to prepare.
One of the beautiful things that happens with once I get with Warren and we set up that the enterprise account for it, it can connect with applications through emails so that you can do one and done. It goes both places at the same time. So you don't miss anything by email, and it all is integrated here in Slack.
Sandy, this is,
Yes, go ahead, Lee.
yes, that was the question that was going to be raised by myself, was the fact that would email still be involved? And I think I'm hearing yes to some degree. I mean, I'm not intimidated by this new system, but I would like to gradually work our way into it. Don't just completely eliminate the email process. Let's just tie both of them together as easy as possible. I'm an old guy, so I think I can stay with it.
Perfect.
Yeah, my biggest thing sending out so many of the emails to our committee is what one, not sending too many to be annoying, but also what would get the most prompt response. And to me, it sounds like going through Slack to send those alerts to you all that, hey, I do need you to read this. Please respond, and get that feedback channeled into Slack. So then everybody has an opportunity. Oh, so someone sends that to the group, or they just want to send it to me, they in their response has an opportunity to say public or private. Is that what I understood?
Anything that you send directly to someone else is private.
Okay. But then if I want to send it to the whole group because it's a group discussion, then if the email was sent like me to Amanda, and then Amanda says, well, let's now tell the group what we're going to do and how we're going to do it and what we need from them. And then she'll forward, or I don't know how that does, forward what we were talking about to everybody and then adds her part.
What we would do for that is you can you forward, I wouldn't want to forward a whole conversation, you know, it's like forwarding an email that has too much information at the bottom. You get in trouble. So,
Okay.
you know, that's not what you want to do. But what you want to do is go to the general channel that will go to everyone, or whatever channel that you've set up for a project, and then you can cut and paste like you would another document and put it in here and send it out to them, along
Okay.
with any attachments that you want to send, okay? But forwarding, I think you might be setting yourself up for too much information that people go, wait a minute, back on June 3rd, you said, wait, I didn't need to send everything.
Got it. That makes sense. And thank you for that wise counsel.
Mhm.
I don't have any problem with the technology. I use
Thank
some
you,
similar,
Julius.
yeah, we use some similar things, I guess, with databases and stuff in our presbytery now.
Mhm.
I guess one question I may have, you only get the notices through the phone app.
Do you only get them on phone app? Is that what you asked me?
Yes.
Oh, no, sir. Yeah, there's a desktop version. Once you receive an email that invites you, you join your first contact will be a desktop application. And
Okay.
then once that opens, you'll get a QR code, and it shows you, or you can go to your applications on your phone and download Slack. Using the same sign-on credentials that you used to set up your account originally.
Okay.
And then it's on your phone, and then you get all of the instant messages.
Okay.
I was introduced to Slack as I was working on a program with a team in the Middle East. And we were all over the world. And so we had like 300 people working on these projects for Saudi Arabia. And I was so fascinated by this communication platform. You know, we had anything that we needed, just going to a channel and being able to contribute to conversations that were on the board that are being presented. And so it gave us a place to kind of check in with people from all over, and it was highly effective throughout the project. And I think that this would be something that you know, once instituted, it becomes a part of the fabric of the Synod once we get into it like that, right? And it'll be a backbone and a place for archival information for us.
Great. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Julius.
Any other questions or comments, observations? Well, my trust, we want to thank you so much for your help in this, and we are going to practice, practice, practice. So we'll feel comfortable, and we practice with real-time projects like the Wild Church Network. So thank you for being there for us, and Warren for allowing the Synod to consider that subscription. That means so much. So with that, if there's nothing else.
I would say one other thing. In your downtime, if you have a moment, one of the things that I found to be most helpful was to go to YouTube, type in Slack. They have so much training there and able to do things beyond the simple. So watch those if you're not doing anything one afternoon, and continue to grow in the application. And the better you get, the better it works for everybody. So
Awesome. Amen.
you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day, everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Amen. God bless you. God bless you.
All right, goodbye.
Madam Chair, do you want to stop the recording at this point or let it go?
Yes, please go ahead and stop it now. All righty. Woohoo!